Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ridwan from Sultan Idris Education University. In this video we're going to talk about internal factors influencing strategic human resource planning. When we talk about internal factors, we mean the things inside the organization that shape how HR plans are made. Things like culture, leadership, structure, succession planning, and resource allocation. Each of these factors plays an important role in how a company recruits, selects, and manages its people strategically. Let's go through them one by one. Every organization has its own personality. We call this its organizational culture. Culture is made up of the shared values, beliefs, and behaviors of the people in that company. It influences how employees think, work, and interact. In recruitment, culture helps attract people who share the same values. For example, Google's culture of innovation and creativity attracts people who enjoy experimenting and thinking outside the box. During selection, HR teams look for candidates who not only have the right skills but also fit the culture. They might use behavioral interviews or psychometric tests to find out if someone's personality matches the company's way of working. So, when the culture and HR plan align, employees tend to be more engaged, loyal, and productive. Next, let's look at leadership and governance. Leadership provides vision and direction. It tells everyone where the organization wants to go. Governance ensures that HR decisions follow rules, ethics, and fairness. Good leaders influence who gets hired because they shape what kind of people are needed for the organization's future. For example, if a company's leadership focuses on sustainability, they'll want to recruit employees who understand green practices or environmental management. Governance also ensures that recruitment and selection are transparent and fair. No favoritism, no bias. It builds trust and strengthens the organization's reputation as a fair employer. So, leadership sets the tone, and governance sets the rules for how HR planning operates. The third factor is organizational structure, which is basically the company's framework: who reports to whom, how teams are organized, and how communication flows. A clear structure helps HR identify what skills and roles are needed. For instance, in a flat organization like a tech startup, teamwork and adaptability are key, so HR looks for flexible people who can handle multiple tasks. But in a hierarchical organization, like a government department, HR might prioritize people who respect authority and follow clear reporting lines. So, structure doesn't just decide how people work, it also shapes how they're hired. Now, let's talk about succession planning. Noe Perin Tedsetser Ibis Moin Neo Your Sexter Public Perpri. Preparing future leaders. It means identifying employees who have the potential to take on key roles in the future. From a recruitment point of view, succession planning encourages organizations to hire not just for today's needs, but for tomorrow's leadership roles. For example, Maybank in Malaysia runs internal leadership development programs to prepare employees for future managerial positions. That's part of their succession strategy. In selection, HR looks for people who can grow, think strategically, and handle bigger responsibilities later on. It's all about building a talent pipeline for long-term success. Lastly, we have resource allocation. This is how the organization distributes its money, time, and tools. When HR has enough resources, they can use multiple channels to recruit: job fairs, LinkedIn, campus hiring, and so on. But if resources are limited, they might focus on more cost-effective methods like internal hiring or employee referrals. It also affects selection tools. For example, companies with more budget can afford assessment centers or psychometric testing, while smaller ones may rely on structured interviews. Even salary and training budgets are part of resource allocation. They determine how attractive the organization is to top talent. So, effective resource allocation helps HR make smarter and more strategic talent decisions. To wrap up, internal factors like culture, leadership, structure, succession planning, and resource allocation are the building blocks of strategic human resource planning. When these factors are aligned, recruitment and selection processes become more effective, fair, and future-focused. A strong culture attracts the right people. Good leadership gives direction. Structure clarifies roles. Succession planning prepares future leaders, and smart resource allocation keeps everything running efficiently. Together, they help organizations build a workforce that's ready for today and prepared for tomorrow. Thanks for watching. In our next video, we'll explore external factors that influence strategic human resource planning.